Hi, we getting ready to record now? Well, let's take this great chair. I just love this chair. Let's, oh God, that's comfortable. It's a good chair. Hi, I'm Randy Donley, and we've got this week's podcast. We've got all kinds of goodies. I mean, look at this great Seaberg Nickelodeon came in, another Capitol lamp, phonograph lamp and everything. We've got all kinds of goodies to be showing you. My daughter's out of town again, so we've got Dash here with us today. You already know Tucker, but Dash is our secondary mascot, so to speak. But everybody's out today. Everybody's on the run, and we're Susan had to run to Nashville. Mike is in Seattle. It's crazy good. Business is booming. All kinds of good stuff. I mean, even look at the wild things like this cabinet for upright slot machine. And here's a cabinet for a triple. When would you ever see that? I mean, a very, very rare piece. So, at any rate, a lot to talk about today. You'll see it all. First, we're going to. I'm going to introduce you to Becky. She has brought her collection of antiques here from Galena. Okay, hi. I'm here today with Becky from Galena. Yes.
Yep.
And how long did you have your shop in Galena?
Only about 11 months.
11 months. Wow.
Yeah.
But you amassed an incredible collection.
We had
Have
a
you
store
been
for
collecting
2 years.
antiques before that? And
We had a store for 2 years in St. Charles, Illinois, and then we moved to Galena and moved our store with us.
I'll be down.
Yeah.
Okay. And,
yeah,
you've
we've
decided no more Galena.
Well, no more store in Galena anyways.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay, so we're going to be talking about a few extra little pieces that Becky brought in today that go with a lot of these things. But look around this room, and as we scan through, you're going to see the unbelievable variety that Becky's brought us. I mean, some really cool signs. I mean, all kinds of goodies. Did you specialize in any one thing, or did you just collect what you wanted?
What we liked. Really the cream of the crop. We were always looking for the items that are unique, that were one of a kind, you wouldn't see in any other antique shop. That was just our specialty, was, kind of the best of any collection.
And some of the things that just pop into my mind is like that little race car that you have, the Pine Box Derby car, the Tucker
Spirit
from
of Chicago.
Where'd you ever find that?
I think it might have actually come into our store, that someone brought
somebody
it in to sell it.
In with it. How neat. When you were in St. Charles?
When we were in St. Charles. And then since then we found an actual helmet, a soapbox derby car helmet. So that's with it as well.
Yeah.
So I didn't even know they made helmets for them.
So cool. Now, one of my favorite items in the whole collection is a sign that we're going to go out and look at in a few minutes. It's 28 foot long. And you just walked in with the postcard of the sign on its original building. Is this in Cary, Illinois?
Yep, downtown Cary, right by the train tracks.
Wow.
Yep.
And I assume that building is still there.
It is,
so
it is.
When you're buying this cool sign, you'll know where it came from, all the provenance with it, and so on. Another picture of the drugstore. But one thing that intrigues me, I'm going to sneak over here for a minute. Oops,
sure.
Sorry. Is this, people have heard of Redstripe Beer being so popular. Most people don't understand where it originally came from. And basically, you're saying it came from Galena, Illinois.
Started in 1833.
Fulton Brewery, which we have a sign here. We have a Fulton Brewery sign. And then it became, what after that?
Galena Brewing Company.
Galena Brewing. And Galena Brewing is who actually made the original Red Stripe.
Yeah, that was their beer. So this is a super rare advertising piece that would have been on a bar countertop, or like bar top. Galena Redstripe Beer, good since 1833. So that's when they started brewing.
And of course, this building is still in Galena.
This is Route 20, and this is Prospect Street. And
Wow.
actually, this is where our store was, right here. And so it's right around the corner. The building is currently the Chicago Athenaeum. It's like a museum.
I'll be darned. So, just so much cool stuff coming up in October, and you'll be seeing a little bit more of it all the time. But one favorite piece. Let's walk over here for a second. Another cool piece is this industrial shelving. This came out of a hardware store. Didn't
Hardware
it?
display, yeah. A lot of the ends of the racks have measurements on them. You know, let's say 10 finish
10
nails,
penny
or
common,
yeah.
you know, for
So
nails.
different
10
sizes of nails and screws.
finish,
And,
nuts, bolts, and everything. But it's all complete. The quick sales profits.
small profits. It says.
Small
Quick sales,
profits.
Small profits.
And the base, the cast iron base, is also marked, but it's all complete. You'll find these, but not in this condition. I mean, it's pretty cool. Out of all the stuff you brought, what's your favorite item?
Anything Grant, the Grant bust, or
Let's walk
Let's
over
see.
and see Grant. Becky just said one of her favorite pieces is the Grant bust, of course, from Galena.
right. This is our second one that we've owned, and we bought this one from Donley Auctions.
Wow. Now here's an interesting scenario, is that this came from a high school out of state somewhere where we acquired a whole series of busts, and they were being taken out of the high school, sadly, and it went at auction, and now it's back at
Yeah,
auction.
that's right. Well, we had found one previously. That was the first time we knew about the Grant bust, but there is the identical bust in the Galena History Museum.
Wow.
And the prior one that we had, they're both by the same. It's the same artist. It's signed on the back. It's pre-1913 because that's when the artist died. And one copy of this bust is actually in the Capitol of the United States in the
Wow.
Rotunda. So
Pretty neat.
Yeah.
Pretty neat. A great piece, because not only is it United States history, with him being, of course, one of our
18th
best generals
Yeah.
ever, and then the president, but of course, the
Yep.
tie-in with Galena, Illinois. So here we have it all. Big full circle. Just happens to be right next to the
Elvis,
king
yeah.
here. Is this one of your pieces too?
Yeah.
Yes?
Yep.
Wide variety. They've got some really cool modern.
Well, yeah, we've got some mid-century modern.
That chair
the lamp
is
right
outstanding.
behind you.
Right,
Yeah.
lamps, but let's run over by the chair real
Sure.
fast.
Yeah.
Look at this pile of signs, all from Becky. Everywhere you look,
I know, this is
little
ours.
goodies.
Yeah. This is ours. This is ours.
Another nice
Yes.
industrial table,
Yeah.
pedestal. Look at this phonograph lamp,
Yep. Capital.
capital
Unrestored.
lamp, horn in the base. We love those.
There it is.
And what do we know about this
Fabulous original upholstery, mid-century.
incredible piece?
yeah,
It really
in
is.
perfect
And
condition.
it's comfortable.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Surprisingly, a lot of this really trendy, artsy furniture is not comfortable. This piece is. What a great piece for somebody's office.
This is one of the Ford signs. We've got the series of 3.
So for our Petroliana buyers, we've got, again, from Becky, 3 really great Ford truck signs. You see a lot of automotive. You don't see a lot of truck. And these came right from Galena.
The original Ford dealer that was in Galena on Commerce Street. And these are from 1948. Their theme was a circus theme that year, and all the pieces have silly circus things. But yeah, these 3 are all advertising the 1948 new Ford truck.
And not only that, the actual owner of the dealership autographed a
Yes,
couple of these.
yep. 2 of them have his
It's
his
kind of
pencil
cool, a little
signature.
extra
Yeah.
provenance. And then today you walked in with even more. This advertisement piece that all folds out goes with these. just keeps getting better. Here we have the Myers drug sign. And here's what's interesting to me is that Becky acquires this sign from Cary, Illinois, right?
From Cary, yep.
And most people on this planet would have cut that sign into pieces to move it. Not Becky. She has a crate built for it, 28 foot long to protect it. The sign is in incredible shape for its age, and incredible. We've got provenance, pictures of it on the building and everything. Everything you want in a sign is right here. Now, another piece we're going to be showing you is a fabulous Stagecoach. That's coming up in the October auction. A great Stagecoach. It's not an antique, but it is a running, operating Stagecoach built just like the originals, the old Wells Fargo coaches. What a great display piece or prop or an operating business. Also coming up in the Fall Classic, which is October 23rd and 25th, I'm told, 3 days. It's a great collection of early Lubin Studio Memorabilia, Lubin being one of the very first movie film production companies.
Okay, I've been waiting for this to arrive for a week. It's actually a package that came up to me from Florida. I've been working with a consignor on this for probably about a month or 6 weeks now. And what this is some very important items from the early days of filmmaking, from the Lubin Studios. Now, Lubin started his career, Sigmund Lubin started his career in Philadelphia as an optician. And he got into the movie business actually by accident, started making his own cameras and projectors. And before you knew it, he had one of the largest studios in the United States in Philadelphia. He didn't last long in business because of the motion picture. Edison controlled all the motion picture patents at the time, and he was suing everybody out of business. And it wasn't until everybody finally got together and formed the Motion Picture Patent Association, which licensed all the technology and the patents from Edison, that anybody was able to make money, and Hollywood really got going then. But before that, everybody was suing everybody out of existence. Lubin had a few setbacks, including a fire at his studio that destroyed all his negatives. He was out of business, I think, by about 1915. But he is considered one of the early pioneers in filmmaking. So let's see what we have here. Nothing more exciting than like Christmas, isn't it? So sometimes little things get wrapped up in there. You got to make sure you have every little item. And then you always save the packing material just in case something else was listed that you didn't find. But one of the things I didn't point out at the beginning, when you receive a package, you always make sure that there was no damage to the packaging. Then you have to go back to the shipping companies and work with them. Let's start with the smaller one here and see what we have exactly. If you're watching this, Billy, you did a very good job packing this. You ought to come to work for me. You got a future in the shipping department here compared to how we sometimes receive stuff. This album is marked from the Betswood Ranch. This is a photo album. Now, the Betswood Ranch were in Philadelphia. It was a farm. I think it was about a 300-acre farm, if I'm not mistaken, that Lubin had bought to build a gigantic studio with sets on it and such. Again, he was the most advanced filmmaker of his time. Where most guys were just running around the city photographing stuff, he was actually building sets and built a studio where he did his filming, his editing, his production, everything. He had his vaults, even had, because he did a lot of westerns, he even had a ranch there for his cowboys and bunkhouses and things and stables. It was quite advanced. So you can see this album's marked Betswood Ranch. There's the Lubin logo there. It says A View of Betswood Ranch. Inside cover shows some of the cowboys there, it looks like. Looks like this is all going to be views of the ranch. One's marked the boathouse, cowboy village, back view of the factory, side view of the mansion house, side view of the mansion house again. Quite an estate. There's some of the cowboy stars. 553 acres. It was big. But here's some of the scenes of them filming out there. Pretty advanced for his day. Shows a lot of the actors and such. These are all candid shots. These weren't produced for publication or anything. This was just a private album of what was going on out there. Pretty cool. Looks like we have another photo album here. Inside it says Lubin Studios, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Look at this little Lubin. See the bells? That's what's his logo. It was a picture of a bell, and it says clear as a bell. So that had to do with photography. Okay, so that shows the main studio in Philadelphia there. This is separate from the ranch. This would actually be the studio and such. So the plant, I think it's just all gone now. It's all torn down. Some of the offices, the general manager there. So these must have been all officials in the company. They must be some of the stars, movie stars. It looks like this is all maybe the stars. Anybody who was connected with the company. Pretty cool. Okay, next we have what's listed as baseball program, German document book, and Herbert Lubin's wallet with contents. Pretty hefty wallet, really. Oh, this was oh, this is cool. The baseball game between Vitagraph versus Lubin. Those were the two big movie studios at that time, Vitagraph and Lubin. In fact, Lubin ended up merging with it. It was like VTLSE or something like that. All the studios merged together. Was this Saturday, July 15, 1915, in Brooklyn, New York. I just came from Brooklyn last week. Isn't that funny? So this was the, Ralph Ince was in there. Oh, the producers, they must have filmed it. Oh, so they must have filmed this thing. This is the producer and everything of who was in here, who directed it, who the players were. This is pretty funny. To be released in September. That's neat. Baseball program. So this is another photo album. This one belonged to Herbert Lubinski, which that's what their original Polish name was, and they shortened it to Lubin when they came to the United States. So it's his personal photo album. These are marked Edgar Jones pennant, like a souvenir pennant. A lot of times for the movie stars, they had souvenir pennants for them. Oh yeah, look at that. How cool is that, huh? Yeah, Edgar Jones, so that would have been a souvenir pennant. Pretty cool, huh? At a Halloween party, this would have been October 31st, 1914, says Halloween Eve party at the home of Sigmund Lubin, Betswood, Pennsylvania. Like a movie program for a movie titled The Goddess of Fate in 5 reels. This would have been a feature. This would have been a big deal. Pretty rare. There may not even be any of these in existence. What this thing was sent out to the movie theaters, like advanced promo things that they could order. Like they were showing a 1/2 sheet window card, what that would look like. This was a 24 sheet poster, so that would have been a big billboard size poster. These are both 1 sheets. Oh, that's a 1 sheet on my left here, which is what the average size movie poster is called, a sheet. This was a 3 sheet, which would have been a combination of 3 1 sheets to make that size, a 3 sheet. So this was the pre-promo stuff that was sent out to the theater owners so they could order their stuff ahead of time. That may be the only one of its kind. Same with this for the movie The Great Divide. All the pre-promo stuff in there. Wow. Boy, look at those posters. Aren't those beautiful? I'd like to see one of those posters in real life, if any exist. What a find. Unbelievable here. But we'll go through all this and catalog all this later. These are all items that are going to be coming up in an upcoming auction. We're putting together a movie memorabilia auction at this time. So if you have anything movie related, historic, whether from the silent era, even into the current movie, costumes, scripts, anything, give us a call, because we'd like to feature your stuff in one of our upcoming auctions. This is how the stuff comes in every day. And I'd like to thank the consigner down in Florida who sent this in. For now, I'm Mike, and we'll see you at the auction.
I want to thank you all for listening, and every time I have a call to action, you respond nicely. I have been asking for military relics, and great military items coming in for our auction here in September. So we're still taking things in, and I actually want you to, if you would, Karin, film John bringing in some of these great pieces today. See what kind of goodies just rolled in today. Stuff keeps coming in.
We got quite an interesting selection of stuff. It's really a mix. We've got clubs from Oceania, Fiji, Papua New Guinea, and all of these are really just ethnographic pieces, hand carved and done in the style of the specific cultures. So. Bull roarers, you put these on the end of ropes and a stick, and you spin it, and I guess the air catches them and they make a roaring sound. So these are kind of neat. And then we've got a mix of older firearms, a Turkish or Ottoman carbine. And then we have a mix of armor, Ottoman, Middle Eastern armor over there, and then German and Napoleonic.
So again, call to action. Call us. Let us know what you've got for auction. We're taking one item or an entire collection. And now here's some highlights of the September gun and military auction.
From rock and roll royalty to the Old West, we've got a legendary firearms and military auction coming up Saturday and Sunday, September 20th and 21st. This is a once-in-a-lifetime auction where cultural icons and historical legends collide. This is an extraordinary opportunity to acquire not just rare artifacts, but pivotal and personal pieces of our shared past. Donley Auctions is chasing history with a collection that spans the American West, the battlefields of Europe, and the counterculture of the 20th century. Each item tells a profound story, offering a tangible connection to the legends and events that shaped our world. The centerpiece of this auction is the uniquely personal Jerry Garcia's Colt 25 Junior pistol. Purchased and registered in California under his given name Jerome Garcia, this firearm is an incredibly rare piece of rock and roll history. It represents a fascinating, lesser-known aspect of Garcia's life and an incredible crossover collectible for fans and firearm enthusiasts alike. From the world of music to the fields of conflict, this auction features an astonishing and poignant collection of World War II and Nazi war trophies from Berchtesgaden and Dachau. This grouping includes wall tiles recovered from Hitler's eagle's nest, and most powerfully, a 12-page handwritten letter from Corporal John Belt, who vividly contrasts the breathtaking beauty of the Alps with the unimaginable horror he witnessed at the Dachau concentration camp. This is a sobering and historically significant archive of one soldier's experience at the end of the war. The auction is exceptionally strong in rare 19th century American firearms. Highlights include a Colt 1855 .56 caliber sporting rifle, one of only 200 ever made in that caliber, and a Merwin and Hulbert 1873 Skull Crusher revolver, the innovative sidearm favored by legends like Jesse James and Sheriff Pat Garrett. Craftsmanship is on full display with a beautifully engraved 1913 Colt SAA Bisley revolver featuring 24-karat gold inlays and an exceedingly rare Remington Hepburn No. 3 Match A quality rifle, one of only 1,000 produced. Beyond these highlights, this auction presents a formidable lineup for every type of collector, with offerings that accommodate every level of collecting. The catalog is rich with historic American firearms, featuring sought-after pieces from Winchester, Marlin, Star Arms, and Sharps. For the sporting enthusiast, there is a tremendous offering of fine American shotguns from prestigious makers like Parker Brothers, Ithaca, and a multi-barrel Winchester Diamond Grade skeet set. The collection of World War II German militaria is significant, containing not only a dummy MG-34 machine gun and a rare Sniper Mod 98 rifle, but also rare uniforms like an SS Plaintree smock and a Panzer Jaeger splinter pattern ensemble. In addition to these highlighted lots, the auction features a vast and diverse selection designed to appeal to every type of collector, with items ranging from accessible field-grade pieces to premier investment-quality firearms. The catalog is rich with historic military firearms, including a deep assortment of German, Japanese, and American arms from World War I and World War II, alongside a wide array of sought-after military surplus rifles like Mausers, Enfields, and Garands. For the sporting enthusiast, there is a tremendous offering of classic American shotguns from makers like Parker, Winchester, and Browning, as well as numerous big game and small bore rifles. The handgun selection is equally robust, featuring a fantastic lineup of iconic Colt and Smith & Wesson revolvers, numerous 1911 style pistols, and a variety of modern semi-automatics. Rounding out the sale is a massive quantity of ammunition in virtually every popular caliber and a wide collection of edged weapons, uniforms, and medals. This is an opportunity to own a piece of a legend. Imagine holding the pistol that belonged to Jerry Garcia, or feeling the same Swiss watch precision in a Merwin and Hulbert that Pat Garrett might have relied on. This auction is a chance to connect with history, art, and culture on a deeply personal level. Don't miss your chance to bid on these extraordinary pieces. Register now and add a true legend to your collection. As auctioneers of antiques, collectors of cool, and veterans of vintage, we pride ourselves on curating auctions that resonate with true collectors. Do you have a collection of your own? We're always seeking quality consignments. Send photos to consign@DonleyAuctions.com. That's CONSIGN at Donley, DONLEY, auctions with an S.com. And we'll help make your collection fit in your wallet.
And as always, you know my expression. I want you to be a story topper. I want you to tell us what you've got, how much better it is, I need bigger and better and more. So call us, email us, write us, whatever it takes, but we need your items for the upcoming auctions. So for now, I'm Randy Donley, and we'll see you at the auction.